started. And just an update, we will have a media session at 11:30 a.m. on Thursday.
Ben, you can go ahead and start us off.
Chris, obviously a couple of homers from Luke. Just when he's hitting the way he's hitting, what does he give this lineup, and how much is he able to provide kind of in that 4, 5, 6 spot?
I always feel like that, the 5 and the 6 in the lineup is huge, just those extra RBIs. And they always have to, you're always standing out there trying to get a 2-out hit when you're in those spots. And I thought and he's been good all year, but he was really good tonight. Some really big swings and pretty steady ball player. He shows up every day, ready to get after it. It gives our lineup some length, which I like. It just kind of, the more hitters you can add in, the better.
Is there anything about Luke that, maybe over the offseason he changed or adjusted or got him going this year? Or is it just a matter of kind of just maturing and getting older, that kind of thing?
I think it's maturing. I don't think it's much. I mean, he's been a good hitter. He hit a lot in that lineup at 19. Last year he wasn't 100%. So I can't sit here and say, what he was last year. But right now he's healthy. He's 100%. He's getting a catch a couple days a week. He's just his ability starting to show.
Chris?
Coach, 7 straight wins heading into SEC play. Could you imagine a better start than this?
Well, always you'd like to be undefeated. We had a couple tough games, but this has been a good start. I mean, our guys, we think we challenged our group. We've, went on the road, played that great Texas tournament. We played some good competition, some good midweeks. We've had a chance to see a lot of our team. So we like where we're at right now. We're excited going down there to Baton Rouge. We know it'll be tough. I mean, it's always tough getting wins out of there, but that's SEC play. I mean, we're ready to go.
Steve?
Coach Houston Harding, it seemed like tonight that there was a little more solid contact. They barreled him up a little bit, kind of not indicative of what he's been recently. I mean, do you think it's a matter of they were just kind of sitting soft, or was it maybe some pitches that didn't get executed?
I didn't think he was great tonight. And I told him that afterwards. We took him out a little earlier than expected. And he's such a competitive kid. He still gets outs when he's not great. But his Velo was a little down, but he was really in the middle of the plate, which he hasn't been all year. I think he had more hard contact tonight than the whole year combined. So, but I give him credit for competing. I mean, he got out of 3 jams, in whatever 3 innings that he pitched in, but just wasn't his 100% self tonight.
Kind of follow up on that too. How good is it to have a guy like him that is content to pitch the midweek and just be happy with his role and not want to be on the weekends and just go do what you want him to do?
I don't know if that's totally true, but he handles it well. I think they all want to pitch on the weekends. They all want to start on the weekends. But he's done really well in that role. And he's going to pitch, shoot out, in all different type of ways as we go forward here. So, but I do think he is, he's competitive and he's been happy with the role. We've had some really big midweek games. I mean, pitched Pearl, pitched Lafayette last week, Samford. I mean, there's been some big games and like I tell the team, they're resume games, man. At the end of the year, beating those teams, Samford's going to win a lot of games in the Southern Conference, and he's been a big part of that. Houston.
Joel?
Chris, you've had a couple opportunities now to kind of unload that bench and get everybody in, get some playing time and things. We've asked you about him a couple times now, but Kellum, do you anticipate him getting back in the mix here anytime soon, or is it just still kind of a wait and see deal?
Yeah, he's Kellum got back today, so he took some BP, took some ground balls, kind of limited right now, just slowly getting him back in, but it was good. We had him back here today working out with us and everything. So he's, like all the other guys coming off of, the DL a little bit, he's, got some work to do, but he is back and in the mix with the guys.
Robbie?
Chris, similar question. Braylon Skinner's getting more and more time at the plate and was in the field for a while. How close do you feel like he is to possibly cracking that lineup and playing a little more?
He's real close. I mean, it's just I've had bad history with the ham and bone guys because that strength of your hand, is coming back is you need it to be 100% because a lot of times what happens is you rush them back and they're not hurt anymore. They're in a slump, which is worse than being hurt probably. So we want to get him back and give him a chance to compete, and especially at this level, to be 100%. So, but he's close. I mean, he had a couple of bats tonight. We'll see how he feels tomorrow. He's been, he gets a little sore at times after the game. So hopefully he'll be ready to roll and he can get in that lineup here soon.
Tyler?
Chris, you talked a lot about Luke earlier, obviously. Kind of want to rope Logan Tanner into that as well. I feel like we don't talk enough about how much of a luxury it is for you to be rotating two guys like that, two guys who have 4 home runs combined in the last 3 games at the catcher position. Just kind of what do they provide and how much of a luxury is that to have those two guys back there?
It's huge. I mean, and I'm really excited that I can kind of space them out now and give them a little rest because their offense is very important and you don't want to wear them out. Sometimes you see one catcher get worn out through the whole year and they have a hard time swinging at the end. I feel like we can be able to give our guys some rest here and there. And they kind of have different skill sets that kind of play to each one of them. So we can kind of match them up and mix them up a little bit. But it's nice having them on our team. And LT's been playing great lately too. Some really big swings lately.
Zachary?
Coach, you had X out there. He got an out or two, and then y'all went and got him. Was that planned, or was that an injury type thing?
So it wasn't an injury. It was planned. We had a right, left, and then another left, and the only 2 lefties in the lineup. And we're trying to – so Carmouche was getting one of the lefties, and we were hoping X would get 3 outs and get off the field, and then Carmouche could come in and get the lefty. We're just trying to – our lefty guys, we're going to need them for the weekend and trying to get them some work and trying to match them up left on left. So didn't really work out, but that was the whole plan. I thought X was great. It may have been one of his better outings in terms of stuff that he's had this year. Just left one ball in the middle of the plate.
Steve, you'll be our last question for the night.
This will be easy. Coach, do you see Skinner as a left fielder as a factor there, or is he a center fielder? I mean, he clearly has some incredible foot speed.
He's he can play every field. He can play center field. He's a really good center fielder. Right now, the luxury if you have him out there is you have 2 center fielders with Rowdy and him. So he can kind of play them all. But he has the ability to play center field too. He can play right, play left. And Rowdy has the ability to play them all. He's shown that before in the past. So it'll be a situation when we have a couple center fielders playing at one time.